I've seen these things rust, but I've not seen them rust quite like this one. This is the moment of truth. Let's see if this will start up after being sat for over 10 years. Oh, it's going. Come on. Hi, and a massive welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, aim of the game is to try and buy cars with the amount of money we can get out of a cash machine. Things like this Triumph test behind me, it's £400, runs and drives. We usually go over budget a little bit. If you're new to the channel, I have a real weakness for a certain type of cars. You probably know what it is from the thumbnail. And if you're not new to the channel, you've all been here before and you've seen me do this before. So yes, Porsche 944s, they just keep coming up really local to me. And this one, almost a mile down the road. I've had a lot of cars, but it was one of my first cars. I had one, and it was one of the best cars I've ever owned. I absolutely loved it when I was a teenager. So I've always wanted to recreate that. The last one we got, I had to get rid of because it needed all the brakes doing, and it was automatic, and I don't really want an automatic one. So this one I found, it's a 1986. It's white, which is one of my favourite colours. It's got the cookie cutter wheels, my favourite wheels. It's manual, which is the main thing for me. It's a 2.5. I would love it to be the later, bigger engine. I just went to look at the car a minute ago, and it is an absolute basket case, to be honest. It is completely rotten. It's had some terrible, terrible welding in the past, but it's got a lot of good things about it, and there's one really good thing about it, which is the main reason I bought it. I'll tell you how much I paid for it at the end, and you'll find out the reason I bought it in a minute when I get it back. But yeah, it's one part of it is amazing. The rest of it, not so much. But yeah, let's go get it now. Okay, so here it is. This is a 1986 Porsche 944 2.5, and from the outlook, looking at it right now, you think that's a pretty straight car. I hope Harry didn't pay too much for it. I did, but it looks pretty straight from here, from this side. Back end looks fine. There's no real damage. There's a bit of damage to the light cluster here. The amount of these light clusters I've pretty much chucked away in the past, it's quite astounding, but yeah, it looks pretty fine. The splitter's a little bit not quite straight. Got the spoiler on here with someone's painted that shouldn't be white, that should just be normal, I think. But yeah, there's no damage or anything. I can't see any damage. The roof looks okay. I think the paint will clear up all right. So yeah, it's got a lot of moss and mould on it, but when we get around here, this is where we find the real problem with this car, and the reason it was parked up, I think, is what I've been told, but I'm not 100% sure. But down here there is a monumental amount of rust. I've seen these things rust but I've not seen them rust quite like this one. It is, I mean, the floors have all gone. I can literally touch the carpets in there. It is not in a good way. We're just gonna have to cut all of this off, the whole lot. There's a big rust bubble there. I've never seen them rust on the arches like that. And in there, in the bottom of this battery well up here, that's completely rusted out. Tyres are completely cracked. They were all flat when I got to it. Luckily they're all holding air. I think it turns over. The guy did say it turns over, but I didn't want him to because I wanted to check the belt before I turned it over. There's quite a big crack in the windscreen here. It's not detrimental to the car. There's also quite a bit of rusting on the bottom of these pillars. Roof looks to be in good condition, which is doesn't look like it's been leaking too much despite the rust. But yeah, we've got the cookie cutter alloys, which are my favourite wheels that you can get on these cars. So here we go. This is the main reason I bought this car, and I paid what I paid for it, because it has the brown sort of purpley interior, and it is in stunning condition. Like, it's one of the best condition one of these interiors I've ever seen. I don't know what the mileage is on this car, but I love this colour. This is, I don't think the steering wheel is original, but yeah, it looks to be in great condition. I don't know what the hell that is over there on the dashboard. What is that? It's like a DVD player or something. It's had an aftermarket radio put in it. Obviously, they always have. There's this. Oh, it's just a switch, it's fine. And yeah, got a little Porsche key with it. All of this is sort of hanging off, which is a bit interesting. But let me know what you guys think about this interior. It's a bit Marmite to people. Some people absolutely hate it, but I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the coolest interiors they did. Odd choice with the white, maybe, but yeah. I think our first course of action with this car, like it is with every car that I get, you think it would be to wash it and clean it up. No, we're going to see if we can get it running. The first thing we need to do to get it running is we need to inspect the belt, because I don't want to start it up if the belt's cracked in any way at all. I have got a new belt here anyway, so it might be safe just to change it. But yeah, let's pop the bonnet and see. Oh, there's another issue. I have seen under the bonnet. Luckily the guy opened it, but this door is completely jammed, and I think I'm going to try and open this door first, because I can't deal with the car where I can't open the doors. So let's see if we can get this door fixed, and then I'll show you what's under the bonnet. Okay, I've managed to get the door open. The handle is actually broken. It's got no spring in it left, so well, I can open it once and then it doesn't open anymore. What's worrying me is all of these protected by Sterling alarm system. There's a Piranha car alarms. Why do people always have these on these Porsches? I'm sure there'll be an immobilizer in this car. But I have popped the bonnet. Show you I fixed it. I might as well open it for you. So yes, looks alright. Door card, absolutely immaculate. Seat, in immaculate condition. Whoever tried to open the bonnet the first time did it with no sympathy at all and just yanked it and snapped the thing off. There looks like an immobilizer thing, and this sort of, it must be a DVD player. I don't know where you put the DVDs. Should we see what's in here? Nothing. Top doesn't look so bad. The back's falling down again like it always is with these sunroof ones. Anything in here? No, empty. Let's get under the bonnet. Here we go. Oh, it's had a bit of a boy racer air filter put on it at some point. Looks like everything is here. What's the mileage on this car? I've got no idea what the mileage is on this. Maybe we should check that. I'm not sure this is going to stay up. They never do. We've got... Ooh, it's pretty high. 130,000 miles. That's quite a lot of miles for something that's been sitting for 10 years. Let's get this top timing cover off. This plastic one too. So we can inspect the belt and see what condition it's in. And then we might be able to turn this over. Okay, from the looks of it, I think this car had a cam belt and a water pump just before it was parked up, because that water pump looks pretty new, and this belt looks in amazing condition for a car that's been sitting for around 10 years. I know it needs a new belt, but this one does look very good, and also that balance belt looks like it was probably replaced fairly recently as well. Well, I think it had all the belts done fairly recently before it was parked up. Yes, they all need changed again probably, but it's good enough for us to test it. I'm pretty happy that I don't think that's going to snap. I think we can put a battery on here and see if anything comes to life. Let's just double check the oil before we do anything. Let's just pull this out. It looks absolutely full to the brim. It smells a lot like fuel, and it tastes just like fuel. It's not good tasting oil. It's either fuel's been leaking past the rings and filled the sump up with fuel, or someone's just way overfilled it. Let's put a battery on and see what happens. I was told that he tried starting it, the guy who had it, and there was no fuel, so he gave up. Sounds like an immobiliser problem to me, or just a bad fuel pump, because the fuel pumps do go bad on these a lot. Yeah, let's put a battery on and see what happens. Completely the wrong battery. They've obviously been in here trying to get it going or do something. Okay, so we've got some power hooked up. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I might need to put a new battery in there. See what happens on the dashboard when I turn the key. Everything's lighting up. Let's see if it turns over. Oh, it turned over for a second. Struggling. It's really struggling. It's like it hasn't got enough power. Okay, I've got a fresh battery on there, just keeping it charged up. The battery tray has rusted away and actually been cut out for some reason. I don't know if that's where they were going to start with the welding or something, but yeah, it's pretty rotten down there. Let's see if we got any life on the car now. Lights are on. When it turns over, that's a good start. That is a good start. Okay. And the oil pressure light turns off. Yeah, the oil pressure light doesn't come straight back on as well. Yeah, see, look. There you go, it's just come back on there. So it's got oil pressure. Doesn't sound like we've either got a spark or fuel. Let's test for a spark. Pull one of the plugs out and just put it on top and see if it's sparking when we turn it over. Just pull this one off because it's the easiest to get to. Oh, they're a bit crusty, aren't they? That's that one there. If I turn it over, we should see if we have spark. Oh yeah, looks like we got a big spark. That's a bonus. Right, next we got to check for fuel. I can't hear a fuel pump going, so I'm gonna. It would have fired by now if there was fuel, but I'm just gonna pull this nut off the end of here, and in theory, if we got fuel, it should fly out of there. Should be a ball bearing. Right, if I turn it over, fuel should come pouring out of there. And it doesn't. So we haven't got fuel. They were right. Let's check there's power to the fuel pump. Okay, so in the last one I had, the fuel pump was up here. But in this one, that just looks like the fuel filter. The pump, I think, is actually under here. And this thing's completely hanging off. This strap that's supposed to hold the fuel tank in is completely snapped. And I think the pump is in there somewhere. So, see if we can get this plate off and get to the pump. Right, so it should just fall off of there. Let's get the multimeter on it and see if there's anything, it's got any power. Okay, let's turn this over. Not quite enough voltage, but we have got some. Okay, so I took the fuel pump out. So when I put power to it, it was juddering for a bit, and then all of a sudden it just span and went free. And it was just spinning. Didn't sound like it was actually pumping. So I've had the whole thing apart, just to confirm. I'm going to buy a new one, obviously. But in it, this is the pumping part here. And this plastic thing has just snapped. So that bit there was just spinning around freely by the looks of things. So if you ever want to know what one of these pumps look like inside, there you go, you know now, and so do I. But yeah, let's get a new pump in there, and hopefully this should fire up.
A few moments later.
I have temporarily just completely bodged a fuel pump in there. It's not the new one, I have bought a new one, but this is actually the old one mixed with a spare that I had, and I've opened them both up and mixed the two together to make one that works. It's probably going to leak everywhere as soon as I turn it on, but I'm not terribly happy with it. It's just a complete bodge at the moment, but let's put some fuel in and see how it goes. I went to open the cap and someone had already snapped it off, unfortunately. I've bought a new one, it was like 15 quid, so, and it's white, so that should be coming soon. Let's open this up and put some fuel in it. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Let's see if this will start up after being sat for over 10 years. Oh, it's going. Come on. Oh, it's running rough. It's running rough. It is running though. Give it a bit of throttle. Something under here is rattling like a good one. It's actually running okay now. We've got no... Oh, the rev counter's just come to life. Just by smacking it. I can't believe it's running actually. Alright, let's shut it off. Can't believe that works. Let's put a wheel back on it, put it back on the ground, and see if we've got a clutch. Okay, let's get in this and fire it up, see if we've got a clutch. I doubt we will have a clutch. So, ooh, got my foot on the clutch. Nothing happens. No, I think it's working. No. Okay, I didn't film this because I didn't think it was going to work. I had the same issue with this, which I did with this one. The clutch is seized on, and one way to sort of fix it is to basically drive around up and down with your foot on the clutch, keep braking, and eventually it should come off. I can't really do that because I think the brake lines are all leaking on this. But I did the same thing on that, which I tried, it didn't work, which is I jacked the back of the car up and start it up in first gear, put your foot on the brake and the clutch and yank the handbrake. Did it a couple of times, nothing happened, but I think just broken the clutch free. If I start it up, it is leaking fuel everywhere. We are going to have to sort that. Something really rattling in the back here. I put my foot on the clutch. I should. Haha! Look at that. Hope to see if it works. That should be first gear. Not moving though. It is working, but we're not moving anywhere. I think the front brakes have locked on. Yeah, it's trying to move. Yeah, we can't go anywhere. How weird. Front brakes must be completely locked on. Okay, that my clutch is working, which is amazing. I'm very, very happy with that. Let's see what's going on with the brakes. I think we need a lot of brake work. But yeah, let's actually see if the headlights pop up, shall we? We should be able to see them through here. Oh, look at that. Oh, they made a horrible noise there. Oh, what is that noise? They're working though. I like that. See if we've got anything going on the back of the car. All the backlights work as well. Look at that. Okay, so our front brakes have locked on since we tried to move it. They're completely stuck. I can't actually even move the car. So let's jack it up and find out which one it is, if it's both of them, find out what's wrong and see if we can fix them. Alright, let's get a look in here. The brake pad wear sensor isn't connected. Well, someone's just blanked it off or tried to make a new one, but it should be in there and going to there, but it doesn't matter too much. It looks like before it was parked up it had new pads and possibly newish discs because there's no lip on this, which is a good sign. And it also looks like these soft lines were replaced fairly recently before it was parked up. So I've slammed my foot on the brakes a couple of times now, and this one I think is working. Yeah, I can't actually test it with myself here. I need to find someone to push the brakes, but that one frees up. This one locks up when you push the brakes. I don't think it's going to be the soft lines because these can collapse inside and basically can let pressure through sometimes one way and not let it back the other way. Let's remove this caliper, see if we can free it up, and if not, we'll put rebuild kit on it. Hopefully that should do it. Okay, so that's that part. I've never had one of these pins be so hard to get out. Did have to drill it, a bit of it out in the end and smack it. It's out now, thank God. So that's that half of the caliper off, the back half. Here's the piston. Just trying to get the piston out. I would normally just grab an air line, chuck it in where the brake line goes and push it, but that's not coming out. So I think we're gonna have to plumb this back up to the car. Hopefully we can push it out that way. That's the piston out of there. I don't know if it came across on camera as loud as it did here, but almost took my eardrum with it. It's probably about half a mile up there. I'm so glad that I didn't park there today. I mean, it was close to the Gulf. Let's see if we can find it. It went absolutely flying. Definitely heard it scurrying its way up here. No, it surely didn't go this far, did it? Oh my God, there it is. Jesus, if someone was standing there, it'd been very painful. That's not a light thing as well, for it to fire it that far. Okay, so that's pretty much everything apart on here. We've got new pistons coming, so that can go in the bin. And then whilst I've got it all off, just wire wheel the whole lot down and give it maybe a fresh coat of silver paint or red paint or any colour actually, I don't know. It could be red, I'm not sure I like the red, but whilst I've got the caliper off of here, I'm actually going to put the wheel back on and try and straighten the car up so that we can get the lift under it, because I really want to see what this car's like underneath, because I know it's going to be pretty bad. But yeah, whilst that caliper's off and this wheel is still turning, I should be able to move it over under its own power. So, okay, let's fire this up and see if it moves. Took a while. Alright, so the car is up in the air. I've got so many parts that have just arrived for this car. All the brake rebuild kits, some fuel lines, fuel pump. I think we are going to get this car back on the road, but I'm going to save how bad it is under there for the next video. And boy, is it bad. It is really rusty. But we will get this back on the road. And if you want to see this car back on the road, subscribe. And I really appreciate you guys watching. And I'll see you in the next one.